this week was episode 5 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This is the penultimate episode of the series, and it did bring it. Brought some really good story beats and everything. I thought it was good. What did you guys think about the episode?
I agree. I thought it was good. I felt like not a lot happened in like an action point of view,
Yeah,
but I do like the character-driven stories in all of them. If we want to start with like John Walker and his crazy self, and like I kind of like he's blaming the government for his actions, and I'm
he
like,
is.
first, no one made you take the serum. So he's like, you made me. Like, okay, yes, you were a soldier and you did everything they said, but they did not tell you to take the super soldier syndrome. They did not tell you to kill anyone. You decided to do that, and then you killed the wrong person.
Yeah, killed the wrong person.
And he's all like, well, I had to. You really didn't.
He
No.
did not.
The guy
And
was defenseless,
he-
right? Like he was on the ground
Right.
defenseless.
Yeah.
yeah. And I was going to say, and he's lying about it because he know he killed the wrong person.
Yeah.
And which makes me think, like, how crazy is this? Like, I feel like this guy is legit crazy. You know what I mean? I felt like he's like believing it himself, like truly believing that he had no choice. Like he's all of a sudden being done a disservice.
Well,
because
you,
of
you
his
saw
actions.
him basically convincing himself of that in the beginning of the episode when he ran to the warehouse or whatever, and he's sitting there like, I had no choice, I had to do it, you know. And I do like this this portrayal. Wyatt Russell is doing an excellent job of creating this character for us, and you could kind of see his like spiral into insanity.
Yeah, but the same time, like his wife was making me mad. I'm like, girl, you have an obligation to tell your man when he acting crazy. And she's like hand holding him like it's okay, and they just don't. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Well,
It is not.
What messed up part about it is though is he would still be Captain America if it wasn't done in public. Because I guarantee they would not have cared if he killed his Flag Smasher or whatever. But since it was done in public on foreign soil and there's proof of it, that's the reason why. And that's kind of the messed up part because that's the only reason why.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they had no choice.
Yeah.
They had no choice.
But yeah, that he should be happy he's not in jail because he murdered somebody.
Yeah, you can just straight up murder somebody, and then just okay, he got dishonorably discharged, and that was it. I'm like, if I was this other country, like, I'm like, you gonna send him back to face trial, right?
Yeah,
Like, come on. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, it was kind of like we were talking about in the last episode when he tried to say Dora Milaje didn't have jurisdiction. And like I said, I'm like, you don't have jurisdiction. Like, you're not on American soil. You don't have jurisdictions to go in there. One, and you're trying to arrest Carly and stuff. Like, I don't think you have the rights to do that where you are. And then just to go in and kill somebody, like it's a murder at that point.
Well, my thing is, whatever jurisdiction he did have to get the flagsman, you lost that when you murdered somebody. Like whatever freedom the country granted you, they just took that back.
Yeah, because the whole thing is you're supposed to subdue. It was supposed to be subdue and capture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I kind of feel like everyone in this show, not everyone, maybe just him and Carly, are just delusional. Like, so they go back to the headquarters, they're like, the GRC raided it, and she's like, they're doing all this. And I'm like, no, again, you started killing people. What did you think they were going to do?
Yeah, like she's...
Yeah.
Well, I think they're talking about how the serum basically corrupts people, and I think like Carly is another example of that. And they had the conversation in the last episode how Steve Rogers is basically the only person that hasn't been corrupted by it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, because like she has this idea, and it's just like Sam told her, like, look, I agree with your fight and everything, but the way you're doing it, isn't like that's not how we should be doing things. Like once you kill people, you're not changing things. Like, and it's true. Because in the last episode, what did they say when like they were hearing the aftermath of her blowing up that thing? It was like it was a guy that was just joined the GRC 2 weeks ago, and he was a father of two, and you just blew him up. And here's the thing: the security guards aren't. What are they to the GRC? You're acting like this is like a Nazi thing, where it's like, yeah, the Nazi soldiers do have to answer for what they did. But these are just security guards for the global whatever council. They're like, it's not, they may not be doing things right, but it's not an evil organization where like you should be killing the security guards. Like,
right. And that's what I'm saying. When the GRC started rounding people up, now she's mad. It's like they're attacking us. And I'm like, their response is to your actions. I'm not saying what they're doing is right, but you blew someone up. Then you killed an American soldier.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think was going to happen? And then she's like, did you hear we're criminal now? And I'm like, you crossed that criminal line a long time ago.
And now it's just her. If I was some of these people, I'd be like, I'm out. Her friend, her friend that died.
Like, the one guy is doubting her. And I'm like, dude, you need to make your exit.
Yeah.
Like you can tell he already has his doubts. I'm like, dude, she's gone off the deep end. You need to like just I'll find another group.
Like I'm good. I'm good with this, okay? We were stealing medicine and food for kids. We lose our Robin Hood status when we start killing people.
Yeah.
But yeah. So you're seeing that a lot with these people kind of spiraling, John Walker especially, which, makes him the villain of the series, which is, kind of obvious. Do you think he lives at the end of this series or no?
I'm going to say yes. I'm not, that lady he talked to in the beginning, who is she? I felt like she was somebody.
Okay, so.
She is somebody. She's someone important.
What's her name?
Contessa
Fontaine.
Yeah, so she is Madam Hydra.
Yes.
Oh.
The actual Madam Hydra, not from what they did in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah. So she's Madam Hydra. She's in a lot of different stuff. One interesting thing, one iteration of her character had a group of females, and guess who was a part of that group?
Sharon Carter?
Sharon Carter.
Huh.
So, also Contessa at one point was a Skrull. So there are a lot of things that they could be doing here, and I'm not sure which route they're going. Like it could be Hydra. It is a Captain America series, right? So, Hydra wouldn't be Hydra's been a part of every Captain America movie so far. It could be she could be a Skrull. We don't know. I personally think she's the power broker. People have been making arguments against it, which I guess like people have been saying like it wouldn't be a good idea to make her the power broker, like it wouldn't be interesting. But I feel like it seemed like she would be the power broker.
I don't know. It seems interesting to me.
Thinking that Sharon Carter can be the power broker.
I don't know if Sharon is the power broker. I think she's working with the power broker or for.
Am I the only one who don't care who the power broker is? At this point, it's just a voice on the. Because it's just a voice on the phone. I care. I don't care who the power broker is.
Yeah, I feel like there was a bigger story around it before they changed the script. I feel like there.
Yeah, because I just feel like everyone else is doing so much more. I don't care about the guy in the background saying "do this." Like, it's just not important to me.
Pretty true.
Now, how do y'all feel about Sharon Carter reaching out to Baron the Leaper?
Batroc the Leaper?
Batroc. Yeah. Like, not no Batroc. Baron.
Baron the Leaper. That's... I don't know what character that is. I feel like she's got an agenda. Because, like, why would she be working with the Flag Smashers? I don't think she is. Maybe she wants it because I really think she's working with the power broker, so maybe they want to use Batroc to kind of take out Carly. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see it as it's like Darren said, it's just she has a different end game. It is not that she's like working with this guy at all.
Yeah.
He's someone she's using for sure.
So I do want to see what the deal is with Sharon, though. One more thing about Contessa, one other reason why I think she might be the power broker is because another iteration of her character was over Madripoor. And they said in this series that the power broker was kind of like the eyes and ears of like basically the ruler over Madripoor, right? And she did have control over Madripoor in the comics for a little bit. So there can be a lot with this character. I don't know what route they're going, but I'm interested to find out.
Now, does she and U.S. Agent have any connection in the comics?
I think there was one. I don't remember though.
I don't know. I don't know because, like I said before, like I really didn't follow Captain America all like that. Like Marvel for me was like strictly X-Men, so
just
I
X-Men.
don't know.
Some Spider-Man in there.
Yeah, I would say a little bit of Spider-Man, but yeah. So I am not sure.
I think another route they could be going is the Thunderbolts, right?
I have heard rumors about that.
Or, well, I don't know. Is U.S. Agent on the Thunderbolts?
No, he's not in the Thunderbolts.
But Zemo is.
Yes.
I thought Zemo was in the...
No, Zemo's in the Thunderbolts.
Okay.
Which is interesting because at the end of this episode, they sent Zemo to the Raft, and the Raft, was being headed up by General Ross.
So, what, he releases him when he needs Zemo to do something?
Maybe.
Why does everyone keep turning to Zemo? He has 0 powers.
I'm kind of disappointed we only got him in a mask once. For 2 minutes.
I mean, he's wearing a purple mask. I mean, how often does a grown man put on a purple mask?
It's true. I mean, I guess. But I did like his character in the series. I thought it was done pretty well.
Yeah, no, definitely better than Civil War. As you know, I did not like him in Civil War.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they improved upon that.
Definitely, yeah. So,
can we talk about this fight between John Walker, Falcon, and Bucky? Because I feel like
that
all
was
of a
a
sudden,
good fight.
I thought it was good.
It was good. My thought is all of a sudden John Walker learned how to fight. Like, get that you're bigger, stronger, faster, but he didn't have those moves in the beginning of the show. Like, where did just like all of a sudden the fight has to be better, so they made it better?
No, I would say that because he was stronger. I felt like Falcon and Winter Soldier fought better, but because he was stronger, and it was a disadvantage for Sam.
Definitely a disadvantage for Sam, because at first when John Walker got on top of him, I'm like, man, you can't get out of this. And then I was like, wait, he's a super soldier. And I'm like, oh, Sam's just dead. Like, if you get in that position, then you're gone. If it wasn't for Bucky, like.
Yeah, I feel like if it was 1-on-1, Bucky would have beat him easily. I felt like.
I don't know. I think John's stronger than Bucky.
But see, here's my thing. Again, all of a sudden, John Walker knows how to fight, but then did Bucky forget how to fight?
I want to say that Bucky is lacking self-confidence because I feel like because he feel like if he goes all in, he's going to revert back to the Winter Soldier, and he doesn't want to. So I feel like there's a hesitance there.
That might be true. But I also think these super soldiers are stronger than Bucky. If we remember, the second batch of super soldiers they made was stronger than Bucky. The Hydra agents. And then this one is a serum that was perfected. Yeah.
So maybe Bucky should do his own little Captain America training like Sam did at the end of the show.
The montage, the Captain America montage.
Yeah, he needs himself a Captain America
montage. Would you say that out of all the super soldiers, then Captain America is the strongest?
No.
No.
I think these new ones might be stronger than him.
I don't know.
I don't know. Captain America did hold a helicopter.
Show me Carly stopping a helicopter, then I'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
But I mean, because you made an interesting point, DJ, about um them perfecting the serum. It's just like they had to keep going through all these trials. The original guy that made it, it was already perfect. Captain America was his perfect specimen.
True, yeah.
So, you put a K at the end of the word perfect?
Yeah, I think so. Perfect. That's what he's saying. But yeah, he was a perfect.
Y'all horrible. I hate y'all.
I think the sound you want to make at the end of that word is a T. It's perfect. There you go.
Perfect.
Yeah, maybe Captain America is the strongest, but I don't know. Bucky went toe to toe with Captain America though. But
so
no,
saying,
he did. Like, he overpowered Bucky though at the end. If you're Winter Soldier,
yes, he did.
Yeah.
So like I said, Bucky forgot how to fight, or maybe just different choreographers from the Winter Soldier to this show. Because in the Winter Soldier, Bucky was doing his thing, and in this one, he's like, "Should I punch you or should I not punch you?"
I don't know. Saying. He did have that scene in Madripoor, so maybe it's more of what Derek was saying is you want to stop him. But I felt like he would have gone out on John Walker.
He should have, because John Walker tried to kill Sam again. No one told you to kill Sam while you busy about to decapitate people with your shield. Like, dude, what you doing?
Yeah, what are you killing? Like, how did you think that was gonna go over? Oh, I killed the Falcon.
Right. Like, justify that.
Right.
Like, that's like justify that.
Yeah, no, he would have been in jail. Yeah, he would have been in jail.
Yep. How you like the realism of the story of Elijah and on how he feel about the shield and about the government? I thought like that was very realistic. Whereas this is like Sam is saying like, "Hey, you should have this. You know, this should be your day. They should know your truth." And you're like, "No, I don't care about that. They didn't care about me. Why should I care about that? That shield means nothing to me.
Yeah.
And I don't care about the government."
Yeah. Like I was watching something and they're like, all you have to do is look in the news recently and you'll kind of see that sentiment, you know, like it's, that feeling in like with Elijah's like, it hasn't changed. And, you know, he's like, it's the same. Cause Sam's like, well, you know, it's a bit different. And it's kind of a bit different, but not really. It's like, it's the same, but just different tactics. Maybe not even different tactics, just a different way of implementing the same tactics.
I mean, can you blame him how he's feeling? Like, think about it. They took his life away from him.
Yeah.
Right? They experimented on him for 30 years because he was the one that survived. He was the one that didn't go crazy after they gave this to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they told his wife he was gone.
One interesting fact, if you listen to his story, what is really messed up is he did the same thing Captain America did. Mm-hmm. After the army said they weren't going in to save the prisoners of war, well, in this case, they were going to kill them all. He went off reservation and saved them all and brought them back. That is the exact same thing Captain America did in his first movie. Captain America got praised for it. Isaiah, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Isaiah.
Is it his grandson named Elijah then?
I think it's Eli. Yeah.
Eli? Okay.
So Isaiah did the same thing, but he got sent to prison for it. And so
he got sent to prison because they wanted to experiment on him. That's why he got sent
that's
to prison.
why.
Yeah, because they wanted to know why it worked on him and nobody else.
Yeah, but it's the thing.
He also said that other people died, or they couldn't control them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, you get the thing of like, why would you fight for a country that doesn't even like you? And actually, Sam's sister said the same thing in the episode before.
Yeah.
And it's just like when someone mistreats you as they have, you definitely understand his feelings about it. But then you understand Sam because Sam was on the other side of that, right? Mm-hmm. He didn't see what Isaiah saw.
Yeah, no, I
And
mean, Sam definitely, of course, met his fair share of stuff, but I think working with Steve Rogers, being a part of the Avengers and all that, he gets to see another side of it.
yeah, we just did what his
Right.
sister was saying. Like, you don't need this guy's approval, right? If you want to be Captain America, be Captain America, but then know that everyone's not going to be happy about it.
Yeah. Which I do like how they brought it up when Sam and Bucky's having their conversation together, after we have our boat fixing montage.
Ugh, we gonna talk about that later.
I didn't have a problem with it. It's okay.
I got some issues with this boat fixing.
Okay. But I did like how, Bucky brought out, he was like, hey, when we talked about giving you the shield, me and Steve never considered what it would mean, to give that to a black person. And, it's true because Bucky and Steve are white. They're from the 40s, whatever. And they probably came into this century thinking like, wow, it's better because as a white person coming into how things are now, you might be actually say like, oh, wow, no. So everybody's going to be cool with me giving this black man a shield. Right. And, they really can't look into that mentally because they're not in a position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And what stood out with me with
oh, go ahead.
I was going to say what stood out with me to understand where Sam was coming from. Sam sided with Captain America when it came to like the Accords in the Civil War movie. And that was because when Captain America found out that what the government was doing wasn't right, and Captain America was like, you taking away people's freedoms. You taking away their freedom of choice. And it's like, what if we're on a mission and these people need help? But because we're following a government mission, these people end up dying or they're in trouble. And it was just like, it's not right. So it was like Sam saw that aspect of it when what it meant to be Captain America because of Steve Rogers. So it was like he didn't see the bad. He knew about the bad or had an idea. Yeah. Yeah. But it's just like when it came to Captain America, when the government did something that he felt that was morally wrong, he didn't side with them. So that's what Sam was like coming to when he was trying to like understand where what's the guy Isaiah was coming from. It was just like, that's not what Captain America is supposed to be. It's like he stands for what is right, even if that puts you on the wrong side of the government.
Yeah. So yeah, I think this is a good story. Like Falcon and Winter Soldier is a good story of basically because Sam's going to be Captain America in upcoming movies. So I'm glad we have this because it's the story of how Sam came to that position, right? It wasn't just Steve giving him the shield and look, Sam's Captain America, but we had this whole story behind it. And I think that's good. It really builds the character. And I guess the people that's only watching the movies and not the TV shows are going to have that kind of disservice for that character building they have in this. Because I think that's really good.
Yeah, I also think...
I feel like... go ahead, Delilah.
I also think that what Sam said to Bucky too was a good point. It's just like it's like Bucky is like waiting for people to tell him who he should be, and Sam's just like, you have to figure it out. Like, it's like you always like, I'm Steve's friend, not Captain America. It's like, but you're more than that. But you have to figure out who you are. And then you can't do that by doing the same thing you've always done, right? He's like, I'm making amends. Like, no, you're avenging, right? You're getting revenge on everyone who used you as the Winter Soldier.
Right.
But what does that do? That does nothing. But I hope that don't mean that he about to go to that little man and apologize for killing his son. Because that's not going to work.
No, it's going to... He is. And it's going to, like, end that friendship. But I think he needs to do that because that old man, like, has no idea what happened to his son. So at least it's like he'll know. He won't be happy with Bucky. But
I just hope he's ready because he got one friend and he's about to lose that friendship.
Yeah, but he's got Sam now, who's a better therapist than his therapist.
Oh, his therapist is
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah.
She should be fired.
Jeez, that is horrible. But Sam, but you know, Sam went back. Remember, Sam used to help troops in the past, and
Yes, he did.
so I think Sam, that's like a real good position for them too.
Yeah. Oh, can we talk about this montage now?
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but this montage is just the example of whoever did this know nothing about boats. I'm like, they're doing nothing. What is happening right now? It's a montage about nothing. It was like
I don't have an
random
argument for
stuff. Like,
that.
what's happening right now? It's like, let me wiggle the screwdriver around. Like, what are you doing?
Oh man.
I felt like it was good for the show, but it wasn't needed.
No, it was needed because they needed to make this episode an hour.
Well, they could have made Sam's Captain America montage longer then.
Wait, you
And
mean
I'm sorry.
him almost getting decapitated by the shield multiple times?
Look, I like that scene, but how is exactly being able to flip in the air and then catch the shield gonna help you in
Yeah, I
it?
was thinking that. I was like, why are you flipping?
Thank you.
You don't need to
Wait.
flip. Just stand there and catch it.
I was like, what's with the flip?
I mean, like, it looked cool, but I just feel like, why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else mad about the not showing us what's in the case at the
It's
end of the
obviously the
episode?
Captain America suit.
Yeah, I know, but still, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
It is obviously a
Yeah, I
Captain
mean,
America.
yeah, I was annoyed by it too, but I was like, it's probably gonna be the Captain America suit, like how it is in the comic books. When
Yeah.
Falcon,
Oh, but he gonna
America.
have like a super powered suit though, right? Is he gonna be able
Yeah.
to like absorb a punch or whatever? Yeah.
I don't think it's
Probably.
going to do absorb the punch, but I think it's definitely
Should've still
going to
had
make
wings on
Sam
it, though.
stronger. I think you have to because,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't think he could beat Captain America as just Sam Wilson. I know in the comics he is, but I don't know. I feel like he needs to be stronger in order to have the fights that he's going to have. So now he's got the Wakandan tech on there. One, vibranium wings, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Dope.
Yeah.
But it won't get tore off.
Yeah, and maybe just a little bit of strength enhancement for him or something like that, and durability.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be good.
Well, the Leaper picked the wrong time to try to kill him.
Yeah, he got that Wakandan tech. That's the next best thing, or actually, that's a step up from the Stark tech. So
Yeah.
yeah, Shuri made his suit. That's what Shuri should do. Let's just make all the Avengers suits.
Suits.
Yeah, like we don't have Tony Stark anymore, so come on, let's just go and do it.
I mean, that's a good point. They do need somebody, right? And who's gonna fund all of their missions now?
Yeah, who's funding the
Doctor
Avengers at
Strange
this
really
point?
rich? No,
Well,
he's not that rich.
maybe Stark Industries just has a like we fund.
Oh,
He
the
has
yeah,
an
Avengers.
you're right.
estate.
Yeah.
He
You're
has
right.
an estate.
Stark, I forgot, like, he's dead, but the company's still alive.
Yeah.
You're right.
Pepper's just like,
Mhm.
yeah, sure. Here's a couple
And we
million.
still got Pepper Potts. Yeah.
So all
Okay.
right.
Yeah. We do know, like, in real life, like, they would not be able to afford to do the stuff that they do.
No.
I know. I don't know.
No.
No. Yeah. I think they were.
No.
No.
I mean,
They
Cause too much damage to stuff.
someone did the math, and they were like, for Iron Man to do like have all the suits he's made throughout the movies, it was like I don't know, it was like $10 billion or something like that. We have at least 3 people that has way more money than that.
yeah, so I'm like, he definitely got $10 billion. I mean, because he's like Amazon, Apple, and Tesla rolled into one company.
Yeah, so I mean, Elon Musk has more than enough money, and Jeff Bezos, they have more than enough money to bankroll that.
You're right.
And then, I mean, he
I get
still
you.
makes money too. Like, he spends a lot on this stuff, but he still has income too.
Yeah, he's probably just spending his interest.
Probably a tax write-off or something.
Oh, it's definitely a tax write-off.
Especially when you start working for the government.
Mhm.
Well, I
All
mean,
that was nonprofit.
Amazon doesn't pay taxes already, so Stark Industries
Right.
definitely didn't. So, I mean, if Tony Stark had $100 billion, then like he's good, and I'm pretty sure he probably had more than that in the movies.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
next...
I forgot about that. Everyone in the comic book is extremely rich and extremely smart.
Yeah. Well, I used to think that I was younger, like about Batman. I'm like, can he really do all this? But now I'm like, oh well, I guess so. I guess there are a few people on the planet that actually does have that much money. Wow.
Yep.
But yeah, so I guess next week that's when all the stuff is going to go down, right?
Yeah, well, it ended with the Flag
The last
Smashers
episode.
attacking the GRC meeting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and John Walker doing his Tony Stark in his basement. Yeah.
John Walker created himself a shield because he's a crazy person.
Out of a box of scraps.
In a cave.
In a cave.
I built this shield from a box of scraps.
Everything, of course, is happening in New York City because why not?
Why not?
Sam not Sam, but I guess, what's his name? Joaquin is doing random. He's like, look, all of these numbers pop up. They're in New York. I'm like, this is so random. Like, where are we getting this data from? Like,
It is random.
Oh, we didn't talk about it. So he got the Falcon wings.
Yes.
So he's going to be Falcon.
Oh, so is he going to be the sidekick now?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, he already kind of is, isn't he?
Yeah, but I don't know anything about
true.
his character.
Well, in the comics, the Power Broker gives him the DNA from Red Wings, so he actually becomes the Falcon with like actual disgusting Falcon wings growing out of his arms. So
Red Wing, the bird?
Yes.
The actual bird.
The actual bird. His DNA got spliced with it, which I wouldn't want that. Just give me the mechanical wings.
If your DNA gets spliced with an animal, like all of a sudden I'm gonna be a tiger now. Like, no.
You're probably just gonna die. No.
You will.
Like either that or give me some weird disease. Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry, but you have tiger paw. But I think they were alluding to him becoming Falcon because Sam gave him the broken wings.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's already shown that he can fix anything and do random computer stuff that tell you where this super secret organization is going to be for no reason whatsoever.
They let off a cell alert for whatever reason.
Whatever.
The NSA didn't detect.
Just ridiculous.
I like how all these government facilities is easy to break into.
Well, no, they have people undercover.
Yeah, they were on the inside.
Yeah, there's inside man type stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But is it one people, one world? Start wishing that to people.
No, one world, one people.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One world.
Yeah, start doing that to people. One world.
One people.
One people.
Yeah, so yeah, that was the end.
Yeah. All right. Well, we will see what happens in the finale. I feel like this, unlike WandaVision, this can get a second season.
I would agree with you on that, yeah.
Yeah. I want an entire season with Sam and Bucky on the boat.
And Sarah?
Oh, it's Sarah.
Okay. Do a Jaws montage?
No, not a montage. We can just have them on the boat. No bad guys to fight.
Yeah.
Just on the boat doing random non-boat stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, just fiddle around with a screwdriver.
No, you gotta do a Jaws thing so Sam can be like, You need a bigger boat.
Oh.
And
We're gonna
then
need a bigger boat.
Bucky can just look at him like, really?
So yeah, but no, I would be interested to see more of Sam and Bucky in a TV show. I think that would be pretty good. Or give me some the White Wolf and the Dora Milaje. Give me a show on that.
That's what I want to see. I want to see what super secret fight missions he did while he was in Wakanda.
Right.
Because I felt like they were like killing people in Africa on the side.
Yeah. I feel like, yeah, he was the white. They didn't give him a code name for no reason. Like,
Yep.
he was out there doing some stuff. I want to see it.
Yep.
I think that'd be good. So I'm waiting for next week while John Walker tries to throw his steel shield. You know that's not going to bounce back, right? It shouldn't.
Shouldn't.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Oh, this should be good. Like we get like a good fight scene between the Flag Smashers and John Walker and the Leaper guy and Sam and Bucky.
Oh yeah.
It'll be a good climax.
That should be good.
Be disappointing. We'll see.
It could also be that. I'm hoping for the opposite. I want some Winter Soldier level action in this last episode. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's our thoughts on the 5th episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. We're running out of Disney Plus stuff to watch after this. There's no shows until July, June, something like that. June.
Yeah.
So I don't know how I'm going to wait that. Oh, that's only a month, isn't it? Wow.
Yes. No, it's 2 months.
2 months. 2 months. Okay. So, yeah, until then, no more Disney Plus shows.
Oh, well, I mean, we do have, when is Black Widow coming out? I mean, I know that's a movie.
July.
Is it July 4th?
Is it? No, I don't think so.
Oh.
No. It's the middle of July, like 20 something.
What? Why they pick? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's on Disney Plus, it doesn't matter.
True.
I know, but then I'm like, man, it can make my July 4th weekend even better.
True. But we'll see what happens. So, yeah, we'll be catching up on all things new there. We're going to be trying to keep track of the news whenever there's some real good news coming out. Oh, I didn't talk about the news thing I wanted to talk about. I'll save it for later.
Okay.
But yeah, with that being said, if you guys want to reach out to us, you definitely can. We are on Gmail. It's 3drivals@gmail.com. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/3drivals. If you want to tweet at us, we're on Twitter. That's @3_rivals on Twitter. Other than that, thank you so much for watching and listening, guys, and peace out.